My phone was all wobbling around while it goes 3, 2, 1, and then boom, at the last second. There could be one sideways frame at the start of this. Can't wait to go back and find it. Okay, I'm drinking halfway through my Venom. It's about right there. My second Venom. Well, okay, I went out and I dropped $13. And now I'm gonna sit for 3 hours and then go drop more money. So what's up? Who's watching? Who's out there? I'm pretty ugly, yeah, that's the name of this episode. Hey, bud, Unicorn Ninja says, hey. I like my show. It's hard to watch other people's show. Even though my audio sucks, there's hope. My sister is buying a new computer. She just got her new computer today, and there's potentially better things to watch in the future. But yeah, you gotta wait to see what kind of family member, what kind of content. It should be eBay, Home Shopping Network showing things for sale. I don't know if I could do that. I don't think if anybody told my sister. Nobody does that. Nobody sits around trying to sell stuff with a live camera. Did they? Unless you're drop shipping. I don't want to come across like I had a stroke. Sometimes I'll be mumbling like I'm a stroke victim. I'm like, am I a stroke victim? Stroke survivor? No, I've never had a stroke. But in the first grade, they told me I talk like a robot. They were like, read Dick and Jane. See Dick, run. Run, Dick, run. Now, I would read a lot slower as a kid. Hey, bud, the audio seems fine to me. They tried to fail me in English because I read too slow. Did I stutter? I did. I said, read. It's me. Me. It's me. Read. As a famous Dark Side Phil. But yeah, I'm just waking up. I'm not crashing out when I woke up. Whoa, good job. What time did I wake up? 6, maybe 6:30. That's 2.5 hours ago. So I sat for an hour, then I went and I did my shopping. Was my elbow hurt? Baby sugar. The Raiders are expected to win in Seattle. It's a preseason game, but Pete Carroll is the coach. I don't want to hear nothing about week 1 in the regular season. I'm on the preseason. I'm talking about now, right now, not 30 days from now. let's take a look at the Steelers schedule. Pittsburgh Steelers schedule.
Here's the upcoming schedule for the Steelers between Saturday and January 4th, 2026.
Back-to-back games with Florida. In Florida at Jacksonville, at home versus Tampa, then to Carolina. They do that every season. But then for the rest of the year, the Dolphins will be in Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh will not go back to Pittsburgh. The Steelers will be in Florida once this season. Okay. They go to Florida once this year. That means this is the only game in Pitt. This is the biggest game of the year. And what does it represent? Pittsburgh is the WWE home of Bruno Sammartino, and they're going into play Jacksonville without Aaron Rodgers. That's like he's gonna no-show the event. Portland. I enjoyed Pippen on the, was it 98 Blazers. Good team. Rasheed Wallace was really one of my favorite guys. But the problem is Oregon done fucked up when they beat the Penn State Quakers in the Rose Bowl, and then Art Rooney created the Steelers. There wouldn't be Pittsburgh Steelers if it wasn't for Oregon. It would be the Penn State Quakers. They could still call themselves the Pirates. But because the Penn State Quakers lost to the Oregon Webfoots, or whatever they used to be called, Donald Ducks. Now, everybody always wants to draft that quarterback. Oh, you can only take a quarterback from Penn State. You can't. You can only take a quarterback from Oregon. That's why Justin Herbert is from Oregon, right? That's why Dan Fouts is from Oregon. The greatest losers. I'd rather have an Alabama quarterback than a fucking Oregon quarterback. Animosity is real. They will never escape, the wrath of causing the first, the second, is the second Rose Bowl. The first Rose Bowl was Michigan Stanford 49. The second Rose Bowl was Webfoots versus Quakers. They'd like to jump up and down and have Oregon fall into the ocean. That's how much they like you. Well, they wish your name was Cam Cheka, and they wish that they sad that the tsunami didn't hit you hard enough. But I was complaining about Jacksonville. The Steelers are only going to be in Florida once all year. Hey, the Steelers live a miserable life. Nothing is good enough for these people. Their little piddly piss trip down to Jacksonville. Maybe they'll watch wrestling. Maybe they'll watch some wrestling while they're there. I don't have an AEW schedule, but if Pittsburgh is in town, I'm sure Tony Khan will have an event. Seeing as the Steelers general manager is like Amir Khan. It's like all the Khans are getting together. Don't you tell me the Khans aren't getting together. Everybody in our United States society needs to focus on the first games they play. They're making that money on the week one in the NFL season, but they don't want you. They don't want you anywhere near that preseason game. There's too much at stake. They have to control the broadcast, the narrative, make sure that really nothing gets out. People are trying to do new things with new personnel. And what do they say? Aaron Rodgers isn't going to play. You're going to see some. I don't know who the backup of Aaron is. I don't know. I don't know. Open up my Facebook, look at my notifications. I got 6. Your name is YOLO. What up, YOLO? Nobody liked my last picture I posted. Bigfoot drank lean. I saw Bigfoot drink lean. Okay. I should go pick up 8 ounces of cheese from the supermarket. How much did I drop today? $13. I got $4 for some cheese left. Then I put cheese on my tortilla, cheese, beans, and tortillas for dinner. Tuesday, nothing ever happens on a Tuesday. You should have sex all Tuesday. And disabled veterans shouldn't work. Man, these motherfuckers, even my own family, they're like, oh, well, you should get a job. No, I'm a disabled vet. I'm a retired vet. Sure, your job is what? Selling, raising the price of food. I can do that. It's not hard to have a job. You just raise the price. I do have a job. You guys can't afford me. I'm 72 inches tall, so for $72,000 a year, you can have me. Nobody's coming to. Nobody's giving me my work schedule. You know what my job is? My job is guarding everything I own. You know what your job is? Your job is guarding the things you own. And some people can't guard their shit, and they can't even guard their shit. I own the United States. I have to protect it. Everything belongs to me. If you trash a Walgreens, bro, them shelves are empty anyways. Well, you gonna knock a couple bottles off a shelf? Liquor stores have more inventory than a damn Walgreens. You know, if you send 50 people into a liquor store, they ain't gonna break much. you know, the product. And I don't condone flash mobs. I don't condone flash mobs. I'm tired of, I tell everybody who I am. I'm tired of freeloaders with fake names, criminal records, or hide. You know, let's listen to. Well, look at this. It's the Yippies invading Disneyland. Let's from Working Class History, August 6th, 1970.
On this day in working class history, the 6th of August. On the 6th of August 1970, up to 300 Yippies, countercultural radical youth.
A Yippie, so we're saying some 10-year-olds in 1970, you couldn't even be a boomer. What are you saying, some 6 years old? The hippies.
In Disneyland, protesting against the Vietnam War and calling for the liberation of Minnie Mouse from patriarchal captivity. Disney brought
Minnie Mouse is in captivity.
And 150 armed riot police in preparation for the event.
Dude, that's what these boomers are like. These boomers are like, we're protesting because they captured Minnie Mouse. We're gonna go to Disneyland and protest. These boomers, man, you know what? They're an embarrassment to the foundation of the success of America. Protesting a war. Fucking embarrassment. How about we finish the war before you complain about it? Okay? All you complaining about, you're helping us lose. You're trying to make sure that, you know, you're right. Your version of history. Yet I'm still thank God we dominated in Vietnam. Thank God. The Ziploc bag is probably $20, right? And I had what? You want a Ziploc bag? I might be a hippie. No, I certainly not a hippie. I like talking to hippie chicks. Not some hippie dude. Nah. Oh, you think we didn't dominate? No, we dominated. We destroyed the Khmer Rouge. If Kissinger didn't bomb, Vietnam would have fallen to the Chinese in 79. But China fought a one-front war in 1979 in northern Vietnam because the southern Vietnam couldn't clap. We decimated, we erased from the map the Khmer Rouge. We dominated the Khmer Rouge. Bombs on anything that moves. Anything that moves. Does it sound like we didn't dominate? No, we dominated Vietnam from the air. Don't worry about the army. Don't worry about what the army did the army did the best they could. But from the air, we erased them from the map. Yep. Yep. Say we, the combined forces. I'm sure the Navy did fine in Vietnam. You'd be just mad that you saw the Army pull out. Y'all watch the Army pull out, and you think we didn't win? No, we did our best. We did the best. We'd do it again. All these motherfuckers who want to tell me the Vietnam War ended in '74. This shit was still going on until the earthquake in Montenegro in 1979. Chill, Daddy. Daddy, chill. Daddy, chill. Where's my vape pen? Vape pen's getting low. It's getting low. There's some burns on the terps. It'll make it through the night, and I'll be hooking up tomorrow. I'd rather be hooking up during game day. The plan is to hook up on the 7th. So let's see, we're 44 hours away from kickoff. I don't see the Vietnamese complaining. Oh yeah, wait, they would have gotten destroyed by China in '79, but they survived, and now they're not complaining. And then their legendary women of comfort. Nobody wants one. They live peacefully. Nobody's bothering the Vietnamese girls. They're all with their own. They're all with their own. Wars, really never ends. It just moves. It changes location. You'll take one? What really gets complicated in war might be too complicated for you to understand, but Russia's invasion of Afghanistan was completely necessary to keep Americans, to destroy the American school system, because Americans be learning stupid shit in school, and they try to teach the Afghans, and they went in there to re-educate. And now Afghanistan is the greatest country it can be. Damn, everybody. Oh, you'll take a Vietnamese lady? I haven't even seen one lately because Filipino and Cuban invasion. The Puerto Rican invasion, that's right. I should segment this episode. Whoa, I said enough, man. It's hard to top. It's hard to top what I come up with, or just what I believe. All I know is why China is pissed. I'll tell you why China is pissed, just because they wanted to attack. They were going into Vietnam right after us, and they lost all their support from the South because they got bombed out. Coco Beware is running his mouth all week. Another idiot that runs with Hogan. I am not listening to Coco Beware. Yeah, fuck that dude. If you work for the office in New York, fuck you. If you're a Vince McMahon talent, just you will never be over. I will never respect anybody that works for Vince McMahon. Maybe the headbangers, because you look you piece of, and I'm not talking to just you guys, okay? There's other people that are going to listen to this someday. You'd rather suck classy, flaccid Blassies, wheelchair-ridden dick, because you didn't know who he was managing Killer Khan. You don't know who Killer Khan is. You don't know who the headbangers are. You don't know who State Patrol is. All you know is, this guy used to work for Vince, and then he was in WCW. Oh, yeah. Crush. Crush is a trash wrestler. Demolition is trash. Oh, you guys don't care about who sold tickets. Yeah, I wish I had a beer tonight. Oh, a little debate. Your little debate is that we lost. You're just telling me that we lost Vietnam. It's hard. It's hard. I have a harder task than you. Any loser can sit around and say we lost Vietnam. But if you're not actually on the winning team, then you cannot accept it as a win. Are you going to tell me we lost in Afghanistan? Are you going to... we might have lost in Iraq. It looked like a complete victory. But was it? Because all it did was expel all the foreigners. When I was in Afghanistan, I didn't see foreigners running for their lives. I just saw it was just all Afghans. When you go into Iraq, it's full of Palestinians, it's full of Gazans, it's full of Yemens, it's full of Armenians, Iraq was a diverse place to live. And now it's just Iraq for Iraqis. Is that what you are? You're just an Iraq for an Iraqi guy. Huh? It's not safe. You're not safe in Vietnam. We made Vietnam safe for the Vietnamese, but you can't visit? Are you scared to go to Vietnam too? Because we lost? Afghanistan was a police action. What's your fucking point? We are the world's police. Is it Tel Aviv not safe? Is the Temple of David not safe enough for you? Oh God, they're live right now on YouTube and it's full of fucking tourists. Intimidation, some people have it. Like me, I'm naturally intimidating. The IShowSpeed just went to Serbia. Was it safe? Did America lose in 1999? Is the Balkans still fighting? I mean, they're moving tractors down the trails, okay? Is Yugoslavia not safe because the Americans bombed it? Or would it be a very unsafe place if what was going on was still going on? Oh, there's no genocide, so you don't want to go now. Oh, you only like it the genocide, huh? Is Germany not safe? You don't feel safe in Germany? Too many Turks? You don't like Turks? You got a fucking problem with the Turkish people? Because I love me some Turks. You want the Serbians that take Constantinople, huh? Yeah, that's what you want. We know we've been debriefed on your targets. We know what you want. That one comment at the end, we already went over Vietnam, okay? I can't do it again because we're reviewing other countries. China. When we saved China from Japan, is it safe in China? Are you worried about the Chinese people? It's not safe because the Americans saved them? Are you going to tell me China lost World War II? Because the Nanking, Tiananmen Square. It's not safe for Americans. Who else did we save? The Philippines? Ooh, the Philippines! We saved them from Japan. Now it's the no-go zone. It's a big no-go zone. You can't go to the Philippines, man. You'll end up in a camp. Who else did we save? New Guinea? Don't mess with my shaman in New Guinea, man. Wouldn't be a shaman if it wasn't for New Guinea. Thank you, Japan, for not going so. They didn't. I mean, the Japans. They're some cannibals. They don't want to go down. They weren't like, yeah, I'm gonna eat these New Guinea people. They're like, nah, man. We wait a couple years. We're gonna eat these other people first. Texas. You think Texas isn't safe because it's in America? The cartels run Texas, man. You'll end up in the back of a van if you go to Texas. Because America and the army, we shot. Remember the Alamo. Listen to you. You want the Spain and Mexico want their San Francisco back? Yes, they do. They do want their San Francisco back. They don't want Texas back. They want their California back. What's it like? See, I'm here. I'm at the target. I am the goal. The goal is to take the Super Bowl in San Francisco. I already achieved the goal. I've had the 3,000 days in a row in San Francisco. You're like, you just want to spend a couple hours. So where's it not safe? Like, I mean, if we went in there and lost, they should be hostile to us, right? We should be living life on their terms. I should be living my life on the terms of my chat. Like, I mean, you're going to tell me Vietnam, oh, here comes some Vietnamese, they're going to beat me up or something if they see me. Because we saved Cuba too. We saved everybody. We saved the entire world. You wouldn't be speaking English if it wasn't for the United States Army. But it's true. You probably speak English as a second language. That's why you can't compete, because too many non-English sources. You've never been privy to an English dinner conversation. You know, you had to listen to your ethnic parents. Any other countries? Israel. I mean, hey, even Israel. Israel's not mad at me, man. You want Israel to be mad at me, huh? You want Russia to be mad at me? Russia's not mad at me. Americans move to Moscow all the time. You broke boy, get you out of your mom's basement. Go migrate. Go migrate like a... Take the Greyhound. I did. Hey, you got to leave LA. That means don't... You maybe a boat. Okay, but don't be trying to walk anywhere in LA. You'll just end up back at home. I migrated to Texas and I stayed 5 years. I went to Texas. I didn't know a single person in Texas. I got married in Texas. I haven't been back to Texas since Hurricane Katrina. That's not true. Maybe once on the way to Cincinnati, the bus went through Dallas. That was a memory trip. So that was like 2012. I went through Texas. It's better. You see, when you're going from LA to Cincinnati, you either go up through Utah or down through New Mexico. My bus got stuck coming through in New Mexico. It was dust storms. Remind you that I live at the Army base, but the Presidio, it's a decommissioned historic Army base, San Francisco, guys. Why is San Francisco safe? Because the Army took it. Okay. You'll find me at the fucking barracks. not the Hanoi Hilton. Good episode. Let me press my button. I want to. This is the largest wallet chat I've had. So.
Unicorn Ninja, that sounds fun. She has her own home shopping live stream. Unicorn Ninja, I was up at 5:30 a.m. Unicorn Ninja, not fun. Unicorn Ninja, Portland's my hometown. And you heard them talking about how they are for sale and could potentially get bought and moved. Unicorn Ninja, the Blazers, that is. Unicorn Ninja, that's when we called to the Jailblazers. Wilson Martinez, Grupo de la Columna. Unicorn Ninja, Teddy, you need to do a sports commentary show live streaming during the games. Unicorn Ninja, Hypatia Lee was classic porn star worth Googling. Unicorn Ninja, Q-tips and hairbrushes. Unicorn Ninja, I condone mobs flashing. TN, so about that zip? TN, it's all just distractions. TN dominated? We got our ass handed to us.
No Teddy B? It didn't say my name, Teddy B. You know, that's really all I wanted. No Teddy B? No Teddy B? Yeah, I don't feel too bad about my marriage. Because I still get to wake up and be me. I mean, the advantage is me. Map. Where's my map? Map? Let me, you can't see me. Let me reset my chat. My radio is going to give me the score in 5 minutes. I'm going to check the battery on my phone. 27% on the 40 minute. So, you know, I'm going to get my radio scores and end the show. Later on, Unicorn, I'll have live commentary during some games this season. I sat through the Hall of Fame game. I didn't do any commentary. You know, I was so busy watching it, I forgot I like to make my own show. But I was on Westwood One Radio bootleg. Jesus Sports. I hit the bell. They only go live for NFL football. It's a sports channel that is only live if there's a game. They don't cover baseball, hockey, soccer. They don't have any. The Sports Lounge is probably the second best place to listen to a bootleg football game. But the Sports Lounge covers baseball and basketball. So you'll be overwhelmed by channel notifications. Is Ukraine not gonna be safe? Oh no! Is that what's gonna happen? Well, you probably shouldn't be going into the Ukraine, guys. That's what happens when the rest, the entire world will be just like Ukraine, and then you'll be like, we did what we should have. We did our best. Not on my watch. That'll never happen to the rest of the world. I had this problem in the army. I always called everybody my soldier. I'd be hanging out with the first sergeant, and I'd be like, "Hey, my soldiers are like this. My soldiers are." She said, "You don't have any soldiers. They're my soldiers." And I'm like, no. The modern definition of how I use the word "my." Everybody in my unit is my soldier. She's like, "No, it's my unit. It's my unit. They're my soldiers." But I always looked out for everybody. Ted Belcher won the Medal of Honor for throwing himself on a live hand grenade. That's the standard, even in a conversation. Defending Rodney King is a hard. That's the perimeter. Can I go that far? I can't. That's a hard case to be a defense lawyer. Theodore. Let me get my scores.
Live from the Fox Sports Radio studios.
What's he gonna say? No scores?
Jason Smith and Mike Harmon. Hello, welcome inside final hour tonight. The Jason Smith Show with
Hey, Fishman.
my best friend Mike Harmon. Hobo. Live from the Fox Sports Radio studios. Where, hold on to your hats because we have the WNBA sex toy update coming your way in the next 20 minutes. Because
A WNBA sex toy?
we're
that's a
trying to
dildo.
cross
You
T's
feel-
and dot some I's here. We told you last hour of the show
Hey.
a sex toy was thrown on the court again tonight.
Don't ask Brock
Tonight's game
Lesnar
between the
about
Fever
that
and the Sparks.
dildo or that
According to other
girl.
reports, sex toys were nearly thrown on the floor at two other
I want that
WNBA
WWE
games that
sex
didn't
toy.
make it onto the court. So now this has become an even bigger thing. And again, we'll have more on that coming up.
The
in about
real
20 minutes.
Vince?
All of a
Get
sudden,
get
this
get
storyline,
the
oh my
real
goodness.
Vince.
But it just keeps giving. Yeah, the biggest story of the night, and and there's a huge takeaway from this, and we talked about this earlier, starting to go viral for us a little bit here on social media. ESPN is going to buy the NFL Network and get rights to the Red Zone channel as well. Now, this is a story that we had known was likely coming for a while, but it gets officially announced tonight. ESPN has bought NFL Network and other NFL media assets, including the rights to Red Zone channel, in a deal that's going to see the NFL get some kind of equity stake in ESPN. So it's a big business deal, but what we have to know is that basically, okay, ESPN has bought NFL Network and the Red Zone channel. And the first note of business that was out there was Scott Hansen is staying. Scott Hansen is staying. Okay, so he's staying. Because there was some stuff. He was talking about negotiations or whatever, and everybody got all nervous. Yeah, and caught up in it. Yeah, but Scott Hansen is staying. And let me just say this before we get
Good
to
episode.
the really big thing. That's right. Those pieces.
I'll be back later.
This is the 4th of July weekend.
For more episode.